Did I not? Did I not give him? All right, whatever. Are we live? Hopefully.
Yeah.
I get a
Yes.
confirmation.
Not
We are
you?
live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Reckless Podcast. I'm your host, Arsenal. Joined today, with Lionel Seven Norseman,
Hey yo.
the
Grab
Plastic
a
Queen
shit.
King,
Why
Ranger Danger,
Hello.
and Pepper Killer.
I'm not here.
Oh, and Baby Dinah in the background. Yeah, she heard me introducing everybody, and she got louder and louder until I said her name. Let's see. There you go. Cool. How y'all guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
I
freezing.
once again have spent the entire day playing Halo Wars again, so that was fun.
Ah.
Not a bad way to spend a birthday, I don't think.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
least
I was gonna say,
this part.
I didn't want to bother you today, really, because of that. But happy birthday, Ranger.
Yeah, like thanks, man.
What are
Congratulations.
what are you this year? You're what, 65 now?
Too old. I'm like 307.
I thought you were like 522.
Mm,
No, yeah. You start
Well,
you start mixing up the
not quite
centuries.
that age yet.
You start-
Your 500s tend to hit you, but I haven't quite hit that yet.
Yeah, you start a what's it called?
Become senile.
Yeah, after like the 200s. So that's why elves just kind of just ramble on and for dumb shit. But yeah, man. That seems like fun. I actually was kind of productive today. Which is kind of weird for my lazy day. Thursdays are typically my lazy day. We didn't stream today, because I was actually being productive. I don't know if you guys saw it earlier, but we did release another short today that I edited. Started at 9 a.m. I started at 9 a.m. and I finished it at 1. And posted it. I'm making another. I spent a part of the day just forming some terrain. I got some styrofoam, a little bit of sand that I have. So for some of my or some of my other channel to do things for that. And then we had a leak today at the house.
Oh, fun.
So
Oh no.
it wasn't a big. It was a little bit of a dribble, and it was not as bad as I thought it was, but it was still pretty bad. So I went up to the roof, did that. Fat Boy made fun of me the entire time. Thank you for that.
I will say nothing.
What? Say it. We took advantage of those little pockets of time where it wasn't raining to do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, what was up with that? Like we had like a few hours where like there was no rain, and then like intense rain for 15 minutes, and then nothing again.
Well, you see, we're like in the middle of a winter storm right now.
Nah, man, I want those for 6 days straight, non-stop water. That's what I want.
That's what we're having right now.
It has been intermittent on and off. It has not been straight rain, but when it has rained, it's been.
It hailed a little bit today. That was kind of nice. There was thunder in the morning. I don't know if you guys heard that too.
I might have. I don't think I registered.
It was about I think when it was about maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock. We were having breakfast, and it happened. And Dinah she got scared and like threw all her chicken strips all over the floor, and she's like ah, and I was like, oh hey, thunder. So yeah, man. But
I was asleep.
Well, all this isn't going to end quite yet. I think we're still due for another couple days of rain.
It's if forecast is to be believed, it's gonna rain until next Wednesday. But the intense is gonna be like Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Practically the entire week.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain like all week, but it's supposed to be like the worst on those 2 days.
The
Worst being, the most rain that day.
the I guess interesting part, strange part about this particular storm is that it is cold as balls, and that snow is like falling really low,
Yeah,
lower than usual.
we might get snow down here, boys.
I was looking right now, and it said around our area we're getting mix instead of just rain. It's like a mix. Like it's like, is it snowing? Or at least around my area. I'm a little closer to the mountains than you are, Arsenal.
Yeah, you are about let's say about 5 miles from where I'm at. No, you're a little bit less than that. Let's say 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 5 is a little bit farther than that.
Yeah. So I don't think we'll get rain or snow down here, but it's the lowest it's been in a good number of years.
I definitely feel that if we do get snow, it'll be around your area, at the absolute maximum. Like you'll get a little bit,
Yeah.
and it won't reach
There
this
is
far.
there is definitely going to be snow all the way up in Rancho, I believe, at the college.
Well, yeah, because it's right up next to the mountain.
Ooh.
Yeah, because Baldy
Yeah.
Baldy is white right now. Mount Baldy is white,
Oh yeah.
so it's a.
Wait.
I also like the fact that it's called Mount Baldy and it's white. I know we didn't make fun of him last week, but I feel like that's a joke to be made somewhere about an actor.
We should probably like rename it into Mount Balls.
Nah, man, I've
Balls.
But yeah, no,
okay.
It's been cold as shit, and I guess it's a good change of pace. And I'm glad I live in a house that has central heating.
same, dude. It's so nice.
That's lucky you.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a heater. Get central
No
cooling.
man. No man, I had to use like several layers of blankets from Swap Meet.
What? Go spend $20 and go buy a personal heater for your
Sounds
room.
like a skill
Oh,
issue, if
man.
I'm honest.
Go plug in.
It's
Go.
more of an emotional issue.
No, I definitely think it's a skill
I
issue.
think it's
I'm
a
sorry.
skill issue.
It's impossible. It's impossible. I use all my skills up to the max.
Then it's
Yeah,
a skill issue, man.
yeah,
Some more skills.
level 1 skills are still low skills. That's kind of how that works.
What are you talking about? My skills has like a minus symbol, which means it's a good thing. I'm assuming.
What? Like, okay.
Wing, do we need to send a therapist? Do we need to go send a therapist?
Snap the neck. Just real quick sliding motion.
No, sweep the leg and then we taunt him at the end. Then we do the whole Karate Kid montage.
No,
Fuck that. Also,
no, I don't want to be
good night
black.
to my friends. I have work tomorrow.
You don't have to go to work tomorrow.
No, I do. I like money. Goodbye.
But fair enough. God damn it! That means I have to move all the
Ah.
nameplates. Fuck.
Now he's off to get money. And I could see closer on my profile picture.
No, I have it blocked.
What is your profile picture?
It's Chris Redfield.
Oh, that guy. Oh, that's right. The guy that supposedly
from
looks
the
more
fun-
serious.
Yeah, from the funny zombie game.
Yes.
Just for that. Let me do this real quick. What would be color source? Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, there you go. Oh, beautiful color. All right, let's just. There we go.
I don't want to imagine what color it is.
There you go.
Wait,
Now
wait,
I'm
what?
curious.
Hold on. Hold on.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna do something better.
I'm curious now.
You should be. That was pretty funny.
Oh,
Okay, let's see if I can get it close to it. That's not close enough. Fuck.
It's fucking okay.
There you go. Ah, fuck. I'm closer. Ah. I have to go more
No,
navy. I gotta
my
go more.
profile picture's gone.
Goodbye, Chris. Whatever his name was.
Chris Funny.
Chris.
Fuck it. That's the level of effort I'm gonna put into it. I've committed. Yes, it's a skill issue, Pat. Deal with it.
Definite skill issue.
Yeah. My left hand isn't as dominant as my right, unfortunately. And the right hand is being used currently. The baby is trying to sleep.
Okay, I just realized. I like how we were talking about how it's like, oh, there's a winter storm and it's cold as shit down here, and we might get snow. They realize Wise is in this chat, and he sees this shit like every single fucking day.
Yeah, Wise is unfazed. Wise is unfazed, but he's like a grizzly bear. So,
Yeah.
you know.
You could
Nah,
sleep in the snow and be fine.
Nah, he's
Dude,
more
what?
of a
I would
polar
love to
bear.
see
He
him.
just
I
doesn't
would love to see him
care.
where it's snowing, full snow, and him like skipping like to us like. Boy was singing. Fat Boy was singing that song. I don't know what the actual name of the song was, but it's like, wouldn't it be nice? It's him skipping in the snow while we're over here dying in the snow because we never see it.
No. The better idea. No, the better idea is that while the music is playing, you just see him just like diving in the water, just like bouncing through the icebergs, and while he just sees us just freezing to death, and just throws us off the little platform that we had left, and just starts eating us.
Oh shit! All right, I believe someone has joined. I'm gonna move this over.
Ooh, a feral man has appeared
I'm
in the chat.
afraid. Oh,
A man is a strong word.
it's more of a sponge.
Fine, a god.
Oh, whoa! We're going up a tier now. All right.
Yeah, because how
The
could
money's
you
on
call
Brooklyn, right?
him a mere man?
He's the man, the myth, the legend, the Brooklyn himself. What's up, Brooklyn?
Look,
Little SpongeBob.
Hello, Esponja.
Armenian SpongeBob.
Is it Armenian SpongeBob? I thought it was.
It's very. It's a
can't-
very racist gypsy SpongeBob.
So the only thing I can see from not zooming in is that it has a giant mustache, and I was gonna call him Italian.
Can you not see the chest hair?
I cannot actually. I'd have to zoom in. I can't at the moment, but I will. I will in a moment. Is he wearing a brown
on,
sweater?
No, that's the rest of his clothing. Hang on, I'll send Wednesday.
Ow!
what?
I don't know what. I don't know what. Oh God!
What a nice depiction of SpongeBob.
What did you call this?
That's Wednesday. I'm currently using Sunday.
Yeah. Okay.
Are there
Okay.
different images?
Because I was about to say this
Is there
looks.
like a whole week?
This
like, an
looks
image per
Arabian.
day?
This looks like something like Iran. Oh my God! Yeah, no.
Okay, that was the one I'm familiar.
Yeah, that's definitely more.
Fuck.
That's definitely a SpongeBob there.
Oh, I can't wait to get into our shorts and get 500 views later.
Oh man.
God, that means I'm about to edit that part of these fucking. God damn it! You know, honestly, I realize that the shorts, although they're like a minute, take quite a bit to like get good. Because I was
you have
so
to
the
do all the
first
editing.
few ones, I was such an idiot. Like I was a hard idiot. Like I was going in and making like graphics for each like in Adobe, going in and like everything you guys would say, I would hear it 5 or 6 times to get it right what it would say, and then would like write in a sentence, then animate it and all that stuff.
Okay, first off, you're already putting way more effort
I know, I
than the
realize it.
majority of
I
TikTokers
realize
are
it. I 100% realize that. I didn't know that. Okay. Then I found out there's a neat thing called captions.
Yeah.
The problem is that we say a lot of dumb shit that the caption machine didn't capture a lot of it, so I had to still edit that. But I found that out. And I'm like, cool. And then I had to find out, oh, I have to like burn them into it. So you learn, you live and you learn. But that's why I was able to make a video in like 3 hours instead of like the first one taking me like a week.
Listen, Of all of the TikTok or whatever short form content I've consumed in my life,
Mhm.
I think at least all of them have some sort of spelling error or like grammatical error if there's any sort of captioning.
Oh no, 100%.
That isn't done by a human, which is like never.
I at least went back and re-edited it, whatever was like not said properly.
Oh, I would also like to state for the record that I am no longer the owner of the Black Kershaw knife.
Who's now the proud? Who's the
I
now
am
proud
no
owner?
longer.
He's now the owner of 2.
Yeah, no, I am no longer to blame for anything that is done with that knife.
Oh, who's the poor bastard?
I gave it to. So I went to the store,
Oh God, here
as
we
you
go.
do.
Here we go. Did you? Let me guess. You were short like $1.50, and you're like, "Yo, I'll give you this knife." You just like let this slide.
No, he was short $2.
Oh, what the fuck?
Wait, what?
Well, okay,
How did I
there's-
get that? How
there's-
did I get that? Actually,
There's
What the
actually a little bit more to this story
All right, go ahead.
than because so the day prior I had gone to the doctor with mother as per, but I suffered a funny moment with the metal detector, and I was like oh, I got my watch from the other side of the world. Funny enough, the box that it came in is definitely not the original box. So this really makes me think. Not only did I get it from some dude who just scavenged it off of someone,
fuck? Okay. Oh yeah.
it also came with absolutely no instructions and just in some box. It's oh man, it's definitely one of the watches of all time. You definitely got to see it, and I definitely lucked out with it just happening to fit me, because yeah, it turns out this bracelet isn't actually adjustable like I thought it was.
Is it not?
It's not.
Why?
It's,
Can you not
it's
move the
fit-
links?
No, it's fit to one very specific size, and fortunately, it's mine.
So there's oh
So
my
shout
God.
out
There you
to
go.
the guy they looted this fucking watch off of.
Jokes on you.
Absolute champ.
It's you a few years in the future, and they had to give it back. Motherfucker had
Joke's
to-
on me, they didn't even scavenge it. It's just straight up some dude's watch, and he just was an asshole when, shipping it. I got it in a makeup box.
What the fuck? What kind of makeup though?
I don't know, I'll be right back with the... Actually, do I... Yep, okay.
Turkish SpongeBob
Turkish SpongeBob isn't real. He can't hurt you. Turkish.
Sunday.
I'm scared of him.
Oh my God, I love that.
Fucking God.
Actually,
It's all-
I will 100% have Karina print that on a canvas. I will hang that in the house. I was actually gonna get a bold and brass.
Although-
Actually, they sell that.
It says
Although,
it's on the
Masada-
Redbubble to purchase.
Mesada Milano. Perfect Skin Foundation.
How much is this shit? I want to see.
Oh, just...
$10.40 for that picture.
Yeah, it's just the price to print it. That's what basically it would be.
You know what? You know what's free? Printing it on your printer and then
Wait.
just laminating it.
So, question: what did the watch have to do with you giving a knife to a guy who was short $2?
Yeah, go back.
How
Go back.
heavy thing. Right. So, I forgot that the knife was in my pocket.
Oh, so you blame the metal detectors going off on your watch?
I didn't blame it on my watch.
Oh, okay.
Nor did the guy blame it on my watch.
Oh, what?
He blamed it on the machine being poorly calibrated. He had me walk
Ah.
through it 3 times, and I walked through it, and it buzzed like
Every time.
every single fucking time, except the last time he told me to walk through it. I got like really close to the wall on the metal detector, and I cleared it, and he was like, "All right, you're good." And so yeah, and then in the hospital, I'm just standing there, and I'm like, "Huh, my back pocket feels suspiciously heavier than usual." Ah, hell.
Oh God, the sponge on me's have expanded. God. Okay, so you got
Just
in.
Those 2 pictures.
In Roblox, I
Actually,
would
it's
like
mostly
to
the
state
Turkish
that
one.
this was all in Roblox.
Yeah, so you got into the Roblox
Yeah.
building. So then, what did you do?
I did not do anything about it because if I did, I'd probably be arrested.
No. Fuck no. You moved on. Okay, you went
Yes.
in. You did your thing.
And so I decided I should probably offload this knife because I'm forgetting it so often. Broflame will remember that. The next day, today, I'm at the store. Or is it still? Yeah, it's still today. This morning, I'm at the store doing, the groceries, and then I hop out and I'm loading everything onto the car. This dude walks up to me and he's like, "Hey, I'm short a couple of bucks. You think you could help me?" And I'm like, "Yes, here is money." And then he, like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure he's homeless or whatever. He starts talking to other folk, trying to ask them for money. And they're all just being, bastards. And so he's all, complaining. And I'm like, well, that's because they're old and their wives don't put out. And he agreed. And we ended up shooting the shit for about 10 minutes. And I gave him some reefer and a knife because he needs to be able to defend himself from other homeless people. I'm arming the
Oh,
homeless,
God.
is what I'm
So what I'm
saying.
hearing is,
Gotcha.
Arm the homeless.
you did a random act of kindness. This homeless.
Yeah,
man.
let's call it
Yeah.
that. Yeah, let's call it that.
Look, man. If you would have,
hope it's a random act of kindness.
what if we like parody those Honda commercials?
Instead of giving him like backpacks with supplies, we give him lethal weapons.
Yeah, they have to be able to protect themselves.
Hi,
alright?
Mr. Homeless Man. Have you been robbed recently? Would you like a form to protect yourself? How about this Glock 19?
Go to the government officials and take this Glock with you.
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Take your
Here,
taxes.
Dude.
have this grenade.
Have this live grenade. Just careful with the pin.
This is-
It's really sensitive.
This is like the parody of Joe
I'm gonna hold this
Biden
grenade, like,
and Donald
Touch it real
Trump
hard,
right
pull
now.
the pin, and run away.
No, we want him to cause the mayhem, not us kill him. Here, whenever you're ready, just pull the pin.
I didn't even learn his name.
Oh.
Bro, Flem, I don't. I hope he does like a random act of violence. Okay, and he gets caught. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I got this knife from some guy.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah,
I didn't get his name though.
this random guy at this supermarket just gave me a knife instead of money, and I really appreciated that.
Oh no, I
because-
gave him money too.
No, because he
It's
not
a
only
reverse robbery.
not only did he give me what I needed then, he knew that I would learn how to survive later.
It was like
And
a
you'd be like
reverse robbery.
That's what I just fucking said.
Oh god.
He turns it into the like motivational speech that you like helped him through this hard time, giving him a knife.
Oh Christ.
While being robbed.
And that knife gave me the edge I needed to survive in these streets.
In these streets of this unknown of this horrible city that we live in.
It was magical though, because it was around like 10 in the morning, 10, 11, just after the rain had stopped and the sun came out.
Yeah.
So you know that like misty situation where there's just like wisps of fog happening all over the place?
Yeah.
So just parking lot,
10
10 in the morning.
Random guy walks up to you, hey man, you have some spare change? Like, yeah, but you know what else
You
you
know
need?
what's the best part? I still have the axe in the trunk.
Are you telling me that you would have given him the axe?
And
instead?
I was loading everything into the trunk. So
Okay.
he walked up.
Bro,
and he
bro,
saw-
Flame. Okay, I know this is a weird. I have two. I have
It's
two
for
scenarios.
safety reasons.
I
It's
have,
for
I have
safety
two
reasons.
scenarios. I have two scenarios. The first one is that you give
And I
him
don't mean violence.
if you give him the knife, right? Give him, oh, thanks, bro. Turns around, give me all of your money now. And pulls it out on you.
I wasn't even really worried about that because that knife is not exactly the smoothest. And yeah, it's sharp, but I have, like 5 knives on him.
Or the axe, just in the head.
We were no longer near the car. We started
Oh.
talking and just started walking.
Oh, fair.
I'll be doing that. I'm one of them folks that when I'm on the phone, I'd just be wandering.
No, I do that too.
Keep wondering.
Yeah, man, that's a good conversation.
It's not. I'm just a monkey brain wants to like find a face to assign to the voice that I'm talking to. It's gotten better recently thanks to this podcast. But I used to be one of those people who whenever I was talking to someone and
Okay.
I couldn't like assign a face to it, I would just walk around like an idiot. I remember because as a child I would do it, and my parents would be like, "Why are you pacing?" And I'd be like, "Am I pacing? I guess I am." Shit.
I have a very similar thing to that when I was younger. Or even now. Especially when I'm like it's a very serious call. Or it's like, someone calls me that, someone's calling me that they needed some advice or they needed to talk something out. Or when I'm like I did that a lot when I was going through the transition of switching schools and kind of making sure I save all my credits and then when I was available. And I would walk around like in the backyard for 45 minutes on the phone with, my counselors. And I knew what they looked like. I knew what, I talked to them plenty of times.
Well,
But it's
yeah,
like-
but the fact that you're actively talking to them and there's no face to assign to the voice,
Yeah,
that's
it
the
was
part that the monkey brain is like, no,
Yeah,
wrong.
it was like a level of uncomfortableness. Like this conversation is now, and I'm an hour into this conversation, and I've just been walking. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Me on a date.
I guess it's I.
Why have we not sat down? We've been walking for an hour.
It's like because you didn't want us to eat at the last 3 restaurants we passed. Like, oh,
But Sabaros is mid, and you know it. It's not their spinach
I'll say
thing
their-
is alright.
I'll say any of their shrimp bowls are really good. I'm a sucker for those things. Their pizzas are okay.
We're Americans. We're suckers for bread with cheese and stuff.
We are 100%.
Mm,
You know what I did?
cheeseburger.
You know what I did yesterday after the game? Because I'm a fat ass.
Never mind.
Go ahead, bitch. Say what you gonna say. Say what you gonna say so I can say what I said.
Wait, what game happened yesterday?
Their D&D game.
Oh. Why did I think you were watching sports?
I am watching sports, but that's I don't bother anybody else with that because no one else really cares.
Fair.
Oh,
But
So traumatic brain injury.
yeah, I know CTE, man, it's going around. No, but the after everybody left, I was like, well, fuck, I don't have anyone to talk to for the next 2 hours like I normally do. So my monkey brain went, I'm hungry, and I went to the macaroni and cheese and I immediately got some toast and just made a sandwich out of it and just covered it in cheese. Just bread and cheese, man. It's like, huh? You're kidding me. Test, can you guys hear
What?
me?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear. you.
Okay, so I don't know what happened. I guess Karina said that the internet went out, but I'm still talking to you guys.
The podcast is live still.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was my one fear about this entire thing about like the rain is that I always have a tendency when it rains really bad to lose the internet at this house.
Mm.
you
Like-
should get yourself a backup generator.
We have one, and it has nothing to do with power. It has to do with like the service,
Yeah, they'll just cut.
Hmm.
They'll
Yeah,
just
they
cut
just cut it.
services sometimes.
and like they'll
It
call
doesn't make
us.
too much sense to me. Well, you're not even. Never mind. You're not even on like a DSL or anything. You're on an actual like, what, fiber cable?
Yeah, I'm on a fiber cable, and then like they call me because I'm the one that deals with their customer service for my parents' house. Like they don't call my parents; they call me first.
Isn't the whole point of fiber cables that they're like a bit more hard? Actually, no, they're like glass strings, right?
Yeah. And especially how we have it.
It's
Ish.
because point of it is that's fiber optic. So
Fiber
instead
optic
of
cable,
using
yes.
electrical impulses, it uses light.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think there's any actual inherent.
Like
don't
think-
fragility
I don't think
or
there's,
anything.
I don't think there's,
Yeah. If
there's
anything, it'd be weaker because it's like glass instead of metal. But
yeah. I don't know. They always say they do it for like I don't know what bullshit answer they gave me last time. Like it just didn't make sense to me. They're like, oh, we're cutting off your internet for the next 10 minutes, and it'll be up. And like I'm like, cool, I have power. Why are you turning off my internet? Like, and they're nice enough to call me about it first. At least there's that. You get me? And I guess my brain go function.
fiber optic cables do seem to have a good amount of protection to them.
Yeah. I think the
Weird,
only
I didn't
one
think
thing.
like wind would really be a problem.
No.
Yeah, I think the only one thing that's really bad, particularly, is that the cable doesn't run into the house immediately, which is a big thing for our house particularly. Because normally it runs into wherever your guys is. Typically, I'm not for everyone, but typically there's a where your fuse box is. There's typically like for a phone line, and that's typically where they hook up your internet as well, and then they run through the wires above your attic or house or wherever you have it set up. For the longest we had it like that, and we had a lot of issues with it. So eventually they actually ended up running it out on the outside of the house. So next time you guys come to my side of the house, you guys will look up. You can see the it's two wires that run from the electric pole, a post that's near my house, all the way to the back house, and just one straight, just line.
Gotcha.
I sort of miss when like you could just plug your fucking computer into the wall and have internet.
We had that set up. We had that set up at in the big house. And that's why we like back when we first had it. It would plug into that box where it would be the telephone, where the telephone box was.
I actually have one of
outside.
those just over my shoulder. Entirely useless because it's not like, active.
Yeah.
But if
I
I'm
mean,
not going to use it, that's a hell of a downgrade in terms of internet service, I
Are you
think.
talking about using like a
DSL,
dial-up
I think?
connection?
No, it's not even dial-up anymore, is it? Straight up just like DSL.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could actually. I'm pretty sure there's now a case to be made that you could retrofit the house to have it. But why would you?
I don't need to. It's already there.
Okay.
What I would maybe debate
Well, no,
doing
just change. But
is
you would,
retrofit a fiber connection.
I was gonna
But
say you have to change those cables because you would not be able to
that's a
get
lot.
you would not be able to get the same speeds that you would get on those cables that you would get to a newer cable.
Yeah, it's also like I don't know if I want to keep living here too much longer.
I guess that's fair.
Like it's all right, but I don't know if I want to commit to like a couple $1,000s in like a wiring job and then move out next year.
No,
Yeah,
that makes
it's
perfect sense. Yeah, no, that's kind of where I'm on the same boat on that.
like is the upgrade going to be worth how little you're going to have it before it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
It won't be there.
The other caveat is Wi-Fi is not as bad as it once. As I guess it once was. The technology has. I don't know if it's gotten better, but I guess the technology has been perfected. I guess. I'm trying to find the right words for it because it's not perfect, but like.
It's definitely better because now
Yeah.
they're like, well, you're aware of drone shows, yes?
Yeah.
They literally just set up mobile like Wi-Fi hotspot, not hotspots, but just like Wi-Fi networks for
Mhm.
those drones.
So yeah.
Whereas back in the day, you had the little box that you would plug into your laptop or computer or whatever you had,
Mhm.
if you're lucky, and had a couple of hundreds of dollars.
Believe it or not, I had actually never seen one of those in real life until our friend Jimmy went overseas when he was out on his first deployment out in Saudi.
What year was that?
2017? 2017,
Oh, we
2018?
didn't. Okay, so we didn't know each other, but I knew your brother at that point already. But I had one of those boxes. I
Yeah,
had a Verizon box.
he had a Verizon box for out there, and it was like ridiculously expensive. So I guess,
Yeah, mine was an old one that I think my dad picked up somewhere.
yeah, like middle of the desert, and it worked, which is expensive as shit.
Yeah, and they're not great. They
Mhm.
get the job done, but that's about it. Granted, at the time you weren't like streaming out of a Starbucks or anything,
Yeah.
But
Start
No,
those.
man.
Starbucks
Do you ever
streamers.
just go to a Starbucks and just like stream on there? It's do it.
I think I've done a video chat at a Starbucks once, but it wasn't like a business thing or anything. It was more of a like, oh my god, I'm gonna call you. Oh, let's do a face call.
Oh, okay.
But like not with me specifically, but someone else, and like, oh hey, let's get him in because I'm here with him. Hi, that weirdness.
No, is it?
That's what it is. It's weird.
Oh yeah, being the third wheel in a phone call is always weird. Like if you're like two people having a conversation and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's here too. You want to say hi to him?" That's always weird. Like no matter how you try it, always like that.
Yeah,
Um,
I've taken to not saying anything.
my big so speaking
Or
of
actually, what I've been doing is if I because usually when this happens is when I'm driving, I'll answer and I'll have to answer on speaker, and I'll let the person on the other side of the phone know immediately, because we
Yeah.
be saying some shit, and my passengers aren't always not English speakers, so
Yeah.
yeah.
no, was it going back on the whole streaming out of Starbucks. You know one thing that I've noticed recently, and I saw it.
Titty streaming out of a fuck
Ben Records.
coffee bean.
No, seeing people like live stream themselves at work, particularly where we work, Ranger. Like, I not only did I see people like we were at lunch, and I saw pickers streaming themselves, right on TikTok. I ended up seeing someone in my department that was streaming themselves at Induct, just doing their job, like live streaming that. I don't get it.
Can't say I do either.
Like, there's no way you can hear any of the sound at all. That where I work, it is the single loudest part of the building. Like, that's not even a joke. They actually have told us that multiple times. Like, we should be wearing earplugs the entire time we're down there. Oh, where where the 2A fees meet. And I'm like, there's no way you could A, have a productive stream, or B, have a conversation on the phone there. Just I have no idea how they do it.
Some people just don't give a fuck.
I guess that's fair. And also the second reason is why.
I mean, they probably got like earphones in or something, like AirPods or something.
Yeah, no, but I mean, why?
Their
Why do it?
directional mics are okay. Why? Because they're fucking bored and they want to be a micro celebrity so fucking bad. Because it's easier than aspiring to be an actual celebrity.
I guess that's fair. Because I'm like, if you had a cool job or you had an interesting job, I would get that. You get me?
I was gonna say,
Live
I
stream
can't say anything we
birthing.
do at our jobs is entirely cool or interesting.
No, I like, not at all. Like I
New
do
channel idea just
I do a
dropped.
lot of dumb shit at work. Well, like I wouldn't qualify that as fun. It's just things that I have to do because they're just dumb things.
Yeah.
Start wrestling goats. Post
I don't
videos.
I don't think I'd win a fight against a goat.
Bare knuckle goat wrestling.
How many goats can you take before you die? How many goats is it gonna take to kill you?
Define take, and what sort of goats are we talking here?
To say run to the mill. If you pick a goat right now, you're the ones in your backyard right now. If you were to put
Okay, I think I could take a couple because the majority of them don't have horns.
Okay, I guess that's a big factor.
So it's just as simple as like the really bloated ones just like kick the hell out of them in the gut, you know?
Yeah, so
And it would be very violent. And I would definitely
we'll do it Royal Rumble style. Every 60 seconds you have another goat come in.
They'll all have rabies just so we don't get sued. Wait, fuck.
Yeah.
They got rabies naturally. I don't know how they got rabies naturally by getting injected with the rabies virus.
I don't think it'd be okay, but like we have again Royal Rumble. It's Broflame, and like I think 100 goats will probably kill Broflame, and we start having.
I don't think it's gonna take nearly that many.
I know, but you never know.
It's just gonna take until I get winded, and then I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'll just get
No, that's why we have
overwhelmed.
that's why we have multiple rounds.
Okay. Doesn't the Royal Rumble imply the goats fight each other too?
Well, I assume they will eventually fight each other if they're getting kicked and
If they
something's
have
gonna go
rabies,
down.
will they fight each other?
I don't know.
They would just fight anything that moves and start
Yeah,
biting.
I guess that would work. I guess that would work.
Homie, rabies is it's gross.
The Reckless Royal Rumble. It is just bro
Reckless
flame.
Rabies Royal Rumble.
Fucking 4 R's. Oh my god, that sounds like that would be nuts. It also would smell like absolute shit.
The Rabidly Reckless Royal Rumble or something.
Oh god.
The Rambunctiously.
No, no,
I'm gonna stop.
yeah, you're gonna stop. 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 You're hurting yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself. But I think I could take about 10 before I'm like, all right, I'm dying here. Like
See,
10.
we're talking mini goats, though. I feel like I could stomp out a couple.
I know. Yeah,
more.
I know. I could probably stomp out at least 6 without skipping a beat. I think by 8, I'll be like, all right, this is getting fucking difficult. And by 10, I'm like, all right, the next motherfucker is the last one I'm gonna be able to take because I'm just
I
winded.
don't know.
I'm just
I've
winded.
never tried it, so I can't really speak for it. But I'm sure their spines aren't that hard, right?
Yeah, but you still have to lift them, and you have okay. If you
Lift.
don't, how are you breaking it? Are you gonna
What?
sit on them? You gonna sit
No,
on them?
I'm literally stomping them.
I guess that's fair.
It's like mini goats legitimately just, lift leg kerchunk. I don't know how many you could get through
My-
before you start getting tired, because again, I've never tried it,
My
and
question.
I'm not too familiar with the spine of a goat.
I've only dealt with larger goats.
I've only ever dealt up close with dead goats or a single goat when I was I don't know,
I wanna
7
point
or
out
8
that
years
there's-
old, and
that-
I had to fight it
That
because I
they
was
are
scared for
strong.
my life.
They are strong.
I know.
They are very strong. I have had to hold a couple down while we
I
performed
thought
the
it was gonna
unalighting.
kill me, but that's just because I was small.
Yeah, when Fabio and I were in high school, my dad would do that. We'd grow them up for 6 months, fatten them up, and then just murder them. And my dad would be the one with the knife, so we were in charge of it, holding it in place so it wouldn't A, move, and B, kick him while he's cutting. So yeah, no, those fuckers are strong.
Would you rather fight?
Get your goat used to being handled and just tie him up, and he'll be like, "Oh, I guess I'm tied up here."
No,
Hey, you're getting real close. Hey, why are you rubbing my neck, Slice?
I think that was part of the problem because we had that vicious pit bull that kind of fought with all the goats that we ended up having. And they
Yes, and then they end up with torn up ears. And
yeah, torn up
very
ears.
characteristic. Yeah.
Yeah, torn up ears. The pit bull had to be sent away. Yeah, it was bad. I missed that fucking pit. It was blue.
That's on y'all for letting them get aggressive.
No, he was just playing with it. Because he would have other dogs that he would play with, and then the other dogs just got old and died. So he thought the goats were just big dogs, and he'd be playing with them and roughhousing with them. And one day he just bit the ear right off, and once he got the taste of blood, it was no going back after that. He was just not the same.
That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah,
So I feel like
It's on y'all for letting him do that.
That's the.
No, man, it's fine.
I
It's
feel like
fine.
that's a typical excuse for a dog like that.
Classic pit bull owner.
Yeah. The funny thing is, he was completely cool with everyone else
Oh
except
my god,
for
you have a toddler. Hey, you should get a pit bull.
Believe it or not, I was going to get a pit when we had Dinah. The reason is that that's when I got mine, and that's
They
when
don't actually eat children.
They don't. No, they're very calm and very kind if you raise them that way. They're products of their environments. They're products of their environments. But
Not
that's
all of them. Some are just bad dogs.
I guess that's fair.
Well, bad house dogs.
Yeah.
Family dogs? Yeah. That one.
Yeah. The first dog we owned, they gave my dad a 6-month-old pit bull when I was born. And that dog, when I was first learning to walk, my dad would put a harness on it. I have a photo somewhere, an actual physical photo, from back in the day, where they would put a harness on him, and my dad would hold the dog, on a leash, and would, I would hold on to the harness, and the dog would walk very, very slowly, step, 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 and it would walk with the dog until I eventually learned how to walk. And I love that dog to fucking death, man. He died at when I turned right before I moved to where Carter's at.
Yeah.
Like maybe about 3 months before that, he had died. He was about 14 and change, and he was like old and weathered. Poor thing.
I wasn't ever really allowed to get attached to any of my pets up until like my Doberman
Mhm.
when I was, I think, 17. Because as a child, we were a classic Mexican family with what is it? Like rental properties
Mhm.
where we keep dogs. So they would just like people would just leave the gates open. They would run out. People would steal them because we were close to a couple of schools. And you know how kids are. Oh my God, there's a Chihuahua. Yoink.
I
You
was gonna
know,
say, did you have a Chihuahua?
or
Because that's exactly what.
Chihuahuas, poodles, those sorts of things, and Dalmatians, Rottweilers, Dobermans, Boxers, uh, those Pomeranians, I think.
The very fluffy ones.
Yeah, the little small ones.
Yeah.
What else? I think that's about it. A lot of mutts. A lot of mutts. A wiener dog. Just various Chihuahuas, obviously.
I've had two.
The majority of the mutts had some sort of pit bull in them because I guess my dad just liked pit bulls and Rottweilers.
I think.
But Rottweilers were expensive and hard to have there.
I was about to say it's like that. That was one of the things. Like, I've always had a pit growing up. If it was not, Chato, which is the one that the brown one that I would learned how to walk. I had when I was 14. When he was 14, excuse me. And then we ended up picking up this, like, not his like son, but his like nephew, I guess. It's weird when you say that with a dog, or like he was a part of a litter, right? And it was part of like the family, like it was a family dog that had puppies, so they gave, one of my aunts gave the dog to my dad. Well, that dog, one of the other brothers and sisters of that dog, we got another pit bull from that same family line. And I think we had it for about a year, and it just jumped the fence and just disappeared.
Yeah, pit bulls are real good at climbing. It's wild.
And then we ended up
You wouldn't think it.
Well, we're like, well, shit. So then we ended up buying this blue one, that blue one, and we were so unoriginal with the name. What do you think we named it?
Blue or Puma.
Blue. Why Puma? Hold up.
I had neighbors in LA who had two blue pit bulls. One was named Blue and one was named Puma.
Yeah.
And they had a all white husky that was named Rocky.
Hmm.
And a lifted open head K5 Blazer.
Hell yeah.
That was standard for Hispanics. That was
It
standard.
was awful.
That was-
God, it was awful. They would run it at like 8 in the morning.
And you're yep.
Yeah, they would run it at 8 in the morning and just
Mhm.
keep it on for probably like a half hour. It probably wasn't even really that long, but the problem was, I was trying to sleep.
Yep. You gotta love Mexican dads, man.
I don't even think that was the dad. I think the dad straight up runs a landscaping like business. The sons are the ones that run the chop shop.
You're just feeding into the stereotypes.
It's not a stereotype, it's true.
It is. But no, that's another thing that was consistent. There was always a truck that we were working on all the fucking time. To this day, that's still a thing that's happened. That's a thing that just happens. My dad just works on trucks. Currently, he's working on that Blazer that's in the garage. But like that was a constant. You would be like, cool, it's Saturday. I'm gonna stay up, and I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I'm just not have to wake up. And you hear the garage open, and you're, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm awake, and I gotta get ready because that means I'm going to go out there and help him.
Well, it's not like you can sleep anymore,
Yeah. No, and it's never, do you want to help him? It's, you're going to go help him, and you're gonna get berated for how you hold a flashlight. You ever been there?
No, actually.
Oh.
My dad always took his cars to shops because he was like, I'm liable to potentially fuck it up.
Oh, yeah, that
So he'd
happens.
just go to a shop and be like, "Hey, here's money. Fix it, and I'll pay you the rest."
I think that it kind of helped that my uncle owns his own shop. That if shit did hit the fan, we go like, "Hey, I fucked it up. Can you come help me?" I think that was always on the table.
No, my dad was like aware of that because I think he fucked up one of his trucks at some point. I don't fucking know exactly. I didn't really pay attention, and this was over 10 years ago now, basically. But yeah, I'm sure he fucked up like an old. I think it was an old red Toyota. Something to do with the like exhaust or something. I don't know. Point is, it would just leak or not leak, just leave a smoke trail behind it,
Oh,
and not even like a little bit.
Mm.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Bad
just like straight up,
HVAC.
plain
what
contrail
the fuck
style.
was that?
I have no clue. I'm pretty sure it was just straight up leaking oil into like something
I was gonna say it's like
because it
the
was
only thing I
white
think is-
smoke.
I was like it probably was leaking directly into it with like no filters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was what was going on, but I don't know. This was probably when I was like 8. No, fuck. This was out in Shafter, so 6, 7 years old. So 2006 or 7, yeah.
Fuck.
So
No,
I
that was
honestly
that
don't
was
remember.
almost 20
but-
years ago.
Yeah, old ass
Holy
truck.
shit. Yo, we old boys.
No, you're old.
I know canonically Ranger's older than me, but I definitely feel like I'm the oldest.
Canonically.
Are you not
Are you
older than I
implying
am?
that uncanonically I'm not older than you?
Yeah, no, I'm saying that like I feel the oldest.
According to fan fiction, I am the oldest.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm the youngest.
I am the
You
alpha.
are
Isn't is I think Fat Boy's the young or here currently right now, I think Wise is the
why
youngest.
is the youngest? I think in the overarching
damn.
group, if we're taking an overarching group, I believe it's Angie. Like that technically counts that.
Well, yeah, but
But that's like a 10-year gap. I think
How old is
Wise
Angie?
she's
like
17.
12, I think.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Hold on. You
She's-
said decade gap?
She's a decade younger than us.
Yeah.
She's a decade younger than us. Think about that.
It's
I met
She's a
her.
decade younger
I
than
met
Ranger.
her
I'm-
at
I'm
4
24
years
in
old.
in less than a month.
I met her 4 years old. 4 or 5 years old. That's when I met
11,
her.
11, make a wish.
I made a wish.
Big booty bitch.
Yeah.
Or a little femboy.
platinum.
I ain't picky.
Whatever will
Uh,
love me.
Yeah, no.
Love?
No.
That's a very high bar.
That's a high bar. Someone who could tolerate me, I'll settle for that.
A crisp grilled cheese sandwich.
I'll settle for affection and a crisp high five.
Yo,
Hell
that's huge. That's fucking huge. How many high fives?
At least one.
Oh yeah, especially
Okay,
when those high
cool.
fives when they fucking clap. Mm.
Yeah, one of those good. I'm talking like a good
That's my boy
Kerchow
one. He's-
high five.
A nice crispy loud high five.
Ooh.
Damn
One
it.
of the ones where one or both of y'all actually have clammy hands, but no one's gonna admit it.
But like every time
Where it
you and I
almo-
clap,
There's like a cupping sound, and it almost sounds like a fart.
Damn it.
yeah, no, I know exactly what you're describing.
You know the sound.
I know exactly the sound. It happened. You know who it happens to me the most? Ken. Cause I just don't know, like however he comes in with that like the handshake, it always makes a, you know.
Listen, man, he'd be driving hard. He'd be gripping that steer. I actually don't know.
I actually have
But
not. I've never been.
It's fun to believe that he just drives aggressively as hell.
I've seen him drive.
His
I've
hands
never,
all sweated.
I've never been in a car where he is the driver. I have seen.
I
him,
have, but I don't remember. It was like 2 in the morning on a Wednesday.
I have
Sorry,
seen him.
Thursday.
I have seen him drive before. And it's about on par with the rest of us. We're all kind of aggressive.
Oh my god, I'm under a flood advisory. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Isn't your house like in the ground?
No.
You can't see it, but I'm glaring at you.
For legal reasons, no.
I guess that's fair. I guess
I mean, listen, someone approved it at some point because it got built. So
that's
yeah,
that's the exact same thing we said about where I'm currently living now.
yeah, someone approved it at some point, and it hasn't had to pass an inspection yet. It's probably due for one because I think they require one every 10 years, right? The insurers.
I have no idea, honestly. Let me be real with you. Like,
I don't remember, and the only homeowner or ex-homeowner in this house that would remember is asleep.
just wake him real quick. Hey, I have a question. I'm doing a podcast. Can you like answer a question real quick?
Hey, Ma! How often would the insurance companies send an inspector?
What?
Let her come over here, babe. I'll take care of her.
Yell. Just start hollering, "Hey, oh, Ma! How often was the inspector coming around?"
She's like, Inspector, who the fuck was that?
What do you mean you paid him off?
Oh, I have no
Don't bribe
comments.
officials.
Don't bribe officials. It's bad for your health.
Or do.
Do whatever you want. We're not gonna stop you. We're not your mom.
Hey, man, if they'll accept the bribe, they're the real criminal.
I need that as a bumper sticker. I need that as a bumper sticker.
Man, I love lobbying government officials.
Woo! But yeah, did anybody bring some topics to talk about today? I got a couple.
Other than the fucking weather,
I got one that's everyone's gonna be excited for.
There was hail.
It was hail.
there was in
It was
fact hail. Hell, there was almost fucking snow up where I'm at.
Excuse me one second.
Lies. Snow isn't real.
There wasn't, but it got closer than it's ever gotten to in years.
Well, yeah, all we got was, hail while I was driving. So that was fun. It's all fun and games until you're stuck behind someone doing 45 in a 60.
Hmm.
And by stuck, I mean everyone else was going so much faster than me that I wasn't comfortable with just flooring it.
Rain be damned. Rain and hail be damned. We're currently in this fucking winter storm, but apparently from the news report, the entire United States is in a fucking blizzard right now.
Fun. I love the day after tomorrow. I love watching Harry Potter drown in the sewers and then not actually drown.
It was a good movie.
It was okay. I didn't actually love it, but I think legitimately as a child, I just despised the whole Harry Potter franchise.
Oh, you're talking about Harry Potter. I was talking about The Day After Tomorrow.
I'm talking about The Day After Tomorrow as well, but I was getting to that. I really disliked the Harry Potter franchise. And when I was a kid, my first impression of The Day After Tomorrow was that scene where he almost drowns. And I was like, yeah, Harry Potter! Harry Potter drowns! Yeah! Oh, this is a different movie?
Damn. Yeah, no, was it, I actually recently saw that movie.
Oh, he's alive.
Because, so I've been watching this YouTube channel called, I think it's Mr. Sundays.
Blasters.
And they just talk about movies and stuff. And they have a show that they have weekly. It's called Caravan of Garbage. And they reviewed that movie. And I'm like, man, they're talking a lot of stuff about the movie. And I'm like, I kind of want to just go back and just rewatch the movie. So I did. I just watched it at work. Yeah, Mama? Oh yeah, I have the baby now. Say hi to the world.
Cassette tapes.
No, man. But yeah, no. The thing I was gonna bring up is the first one I have, and the most important thing that's gonna happen tomorrow. Okay. Most important, biggest thing in the world. Cocaine
Bear comes out in a few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear's Funko Pop drops tomorrow.
God damn it!
It is $39 plus shit.
Goddamn fun they made a movie on a famous historical figure. That was fun.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. We already got The King's Man, which was sort of about Rasputin.
Yeah?
I don't know if I'd call him fun though. He just had a basic understanding of, how medicine worked. And hey, you're literally giving, the kid, was it mercury, lead poisoning, something like that.
And wasn't he like sleeping with everybody too? Wasn't that was a whole thing too?
Well, that's just his legend.
Yeah, wasn't he like fucking around and finding out? Yeah.
I don't know about finding out. He just, died.
Well, he found
got
out.
got
Yeah, he found out. They
violent.
tried to poison him and shoot him several times. Like I think he found out.
Damn inferior calibers.
No, I just think they had. I think they were just bad shots.
That was probably also true. They
Yeah,
were
it's
also
totally the
probably
caliber.
all a little bit drunk.
Look, man, they all drank the poison. They had to make sure he drank it too, so they all drank it. Yeah, no, but yeah, the cocaine bear was a big one. But the other one that was
Bear.
going back to the weather, there was a 21 car collision on highway 189 today, just last night, because of the snow out in Crestline.
That makes sense, actually.
Fucking checks out. Yeah.
I was like, the road was blocked for more than 4 hours. What the fuck?
No, that makes complete sense, brother. You ever driven up there?
No, I don't. I have friends who work with us that live up there, and I was like, you know how it's snow, and then I see
It's
this, I'm like,
honestly
fuck.
not even that far. It's like maybe 10 miles from where you are. I don't actually know where your building is, but it's like maybe 10 miles.
Yeah, it's
It's not that far, honestly.
Mm.
And if you're already used to it, it's not that bad. But if you crash, well,
if you crash,
good
you take 19 of the motherfuckers with you.
that depends on how you crash.
Yeah, well, they
There's
slid.
certain areas where
They
that
slid
makes
and started
sense.
hitting everybody.
Oh, that's boring.
So one would hit one, and then the next one would hit the next one, and
I mean,
the
it's a
fuck?
pretty safe road, honestly. There's like rails and like big old mounds all over the like downhill section.
I would love to see the Cajon.
It's safe enough. The really like bad section is when you're actually up there and you could just wrap your tree around a car. I mean, the other way around.
The famous line of wrapping a tree around your car.
Yeah, man.
Oh fuck.
Held up. The tree didn't.
Oh.
It's a Chevy.
They dense motherfuckers.
This is a Chevy. That's a pine tree.
Chevy wins.
What did you expect?
So yeah, no, but yeah, that was one of them, and it's like those like hard, like, ow, little one, what are you doing? Stop pulling on my mic. But the only other really thing that I want, I guess Pepsi and Coke are like making a whole separate like sets of lines for their new alcohol beverage. I can speak, I promise, fuckers. They make an alcoholic drinks in cans.
Yeah, they were already doing that.
Yeah, they I guess they're extending it like to like all of their stuff now. They're making one for all of their little line. That's gonna be cool. Ow.
Ugh.
Oh god, this isn't the first time a tip exploded in popularity. Like Zima, Smirnoff Ice, or Four Locos. Why are they comparing it to that?
Why would they compare it to Zima? Everyone liked it until they tried it.
It's only really in the last 3 to 4 years that it's become a major category. Why are they comparing this line to that? What are they trying to make?
Why are they comparing it, actually? Because that already existed in, like, the foreign market for a very long time.
I'm not sure.
Like, Jack and Coke in a can was, like... Well, actually, no, it wasn't Jack.
This one right now is Hard Mountain Dew Zero.
There was a Jack
Don't be giving me attitude,
Daniels, like, cola can, but it wasn't Coke per se.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure there were already, like, actual, like, brand-specific ones as well.
There is a Coke, I could have sworn there was one, there was a Coke and whiskey in a can. I mean,
Perhaps I don't frequent liquor stores if I'm entirely honest. And when I do go to there, I'm like pretty focused on what I'm gonna get, so I'm not like perusing.
Mhm.
I actually never go to the liquor store to buy beer. I always go to buy like a unique alcohol. Like I'm looking for a particular bottle of something.
Go to liquor store to get liquor. Simple as.
Like you can always just go to like a store to buy beer or whatever. But like if I'm looking for like a tequila or a mixer, I go to a liquor store or Bevmo if it's whatever's closer.
You
I guess.
order it and have it delivered to whatever is closest.
Yeah. Yo, getting the delivery from Bevmo is such a fucking flex. Like just bringing just tons of bottles to you. Like, hey.
It's honestly cheaper to just set the order through Instacart.
Well, it depends on because
The
well,
cart.
you know what? It's not because the nearest Bevmo is like 20 miles from me. I think 15 actually.
Wrong. 3.
Where is it?
Down the road from me. Get fucked.
Oh yeah, you, not from me. I know exactly where the one where yours is at. I use a frequent there all the time. There's the only one I know is the one next to the Chick-fil-A and the
There's nothing stopping this Bevmo from being walking distance from me.
it's only 3
It's
miles.
only
It's
3 miles, yeah.
not that far.
That's like an hour to and fro.
Yeah.
Plus whatever time I spend inside perusing.
Oh,
Granted, there's no like direct sidewalk.
their selection is also really good. This isn't a sponsored ad, but they should definitely like sponsor us. If anything's gonna sponsor us, it'd probably be an alcohol.
Manscaped. They'll
Oh.
sponsor anyone.
Gamer
I
subs,
thought Raid Shadow
please.
Legend would sponsor us. No, you ain't gonna get shit. I think we'd have to turn it down just so Wise doesn't get the satisfaction of getting a razor.
Man, flashlight sponsor.
Shit, I might even like try to tweet them like, "Yo, what does it require for you to sponsor us?" Probably needs 100,000 subs or
You
some
think
shit.
you
I
can
think-
use their machine to make butter?
I also think I want the record to show I don't think they would say anything if we just started promoting it. I think it's them paying us or us getting stuff from it. It's a whole different can of worms.
It's a C&D instead.
I don't care on the amount as long as it's something. You'd be like
Cease and
$1 per
desist.
person.
I
It'd
know,
be like
I know.
$10 sponsorship.
My brain went, what does that mean? It went cease and desist. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, would they though? I don't think they
It's-
would.
They might if they like really dislike
With your content?
anything.
Yeah. Pornhub sponsor us, please. That'd be great.
Gamer subs, I got a flavor for you. Just fucking sponsor us and I'll give you it.
Any weed
Dude,
company
their cups are so fucking expensive.
sponsor us and
Especially-
we'll run a steam engine on it. Instead of
Yeah,
throwing
especially
coals
if
in
you
there,
take it
we'll
by
throw
a creator.
buds. We're gonna power a car on weed.
Weed powered car.
Yeah,
Question.
think steam engine, but instead of coal, reefer.
My brain also went
That
like, you know how
seems
like there's cars that run on like
Extremely inefficient.
there's like cars
but
that run
it
on
probably
like
work.
corn oil.
It's incredibly inefficient because reefer, as we've discussed, ignites at around 420 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, freedom.
420.
That's a funny.
freedoms?
That's a funny coincidence. That's a funny
Okay,
coincidence.
guys, I don't know.
420. 420
I call
happened.
bullshit.
I call
No,
I call-
actually,
hold up.
420 was. It's a different thing. I've explained 420. I'm not going to again. The 420 degrees Fahrenheit. It's an approximation. I don't know if it's actually 420 exactly. It might be like 420, like 3. I think I can Google it. It's fine.
What was it?
Ignition
420 Kelvin.
point of reefer.
Burning or
Ignition.
ignition?
The boiling point of reefer.
The boiling point.
That depends on what chemical you're trying to boil.
450.
450?
450.
So 420 is the oils incinerating then.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So you ideally you could be anywhere from 315 to 4. So 420 is the average and the recommended temperature to do it. So technically yes, you are correct. But the max is 450. Yeah. What I don't know the difference, bro. You're gonna have to walk me through some of these. So CBD is the one that does 420.
CBD is the one
CBC,
that helps
CBC.
with like back pain and shit. Usually,
CBC. Cannabichromine.
no, we are not going through the specific terps.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
That's a lot. That's a lot to go
that's
through.
the one. There's a few.
Okay.
You can
I don't
decarbonate
prefer
your
lime.
cannabis. What?
You should decarbonate your cannabis if you're going to use it in food or to make canna butter. Otherwise, you're not going to extract shit, and you're just going to be wasting perfectly good weed. Throw it in the oven, low temperature for a bit. Yeah.
Weed oil.
Yeah.
Is it
You can just buy it now.
Weed oil for your car.
Oh god. No, actually, there's a shop that's local to me that has started selling cooking oil.
I was about to say, yeah.
It's
What is it?
reefer.
Yeah. No.
It's
Now,
brilliant. I
is
want
it
to
hemp
try
oil?
it.
Is it hemp oil or is it?
No.
Okay.
Straight up THC cooking oil. I'm pretty sure it's just rapeseed that's been impregnated with THC or something.
Well, because look, hemp seed also doesn't have any. What the fuck is this? Jesus. Huh? Didn't know CBD could treat
Yeah.
that.
Probably just rapeseed oil infused with THC. And the instructions are to put 2 or 3 drops per. Oh god.
Gee, I wonder how that plant got its name.
What, the rapeseed plant?
Yeah.
I refuse to call it by its more common name because that's I guess familiarizing yourself with it too much.
So
I don't like it.
yeah,
So I'm gonna keep calling it rapeseed.
You're not gonna
You would
PC
have
your
to- you-
rapeseed?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call it canola. It's rapeseed, damn it.
Why is it called canola oil?
Because rapeseed sounds bad because you know rapeseed because it's got that funny word rape seed. You know rape
Okay, that's fine. Why is it called canola particularly?
because they don't want the rape word there because you know it's got the word rape in it.
Okay.
Do you think this one will get flagged? Rape.
No.
Rape.
yeah,
seed oil.
no.
They said,
we've-
"Oh, you won't get sponsored the first 7 seconds," but even if you say like
So-
gross shit like that, you'll still get.
So it's actually it's not. So it's the first 7 seconds and the first minute and a half you can't say a cuss word, and then there is an
I'm
average.
not saying a cuss word.
there's
I'm
an-
saying rapeseed
Yeah.
oil.
There's an average. There's an average of the word. The word. There's an average amount of the words on that list you can say before they flag it.
Rape.
Yeah, because there's a YouTuber
Stop.
I watch, Ackman. He
Stop.
said "cunt" in like 2 of his videos, and they both got demonetized and like halfway or like beyond in the video.
Yeah. It's
And it goes
just-
under like hate speech,
Yeah, it depends on.
which means he's in the same ballpark as people who say like the N word hard R kind of hate speech.
Correct. Yeah, YouTube is weird.
But it's not
Was
very.
there
But it's not
actually
said
a
in their
difference?
terms though.
Do you?
But yeah, they're flavored oils. So there's garlic, there's chili, and there's I think
oil
rosemary. I'm
sounds
pretty
great.
sure rosemary is like leaning for like a steak. You know,
Yeah,
chili oil is probably for. I actually have no idea what you would use the chili oil for. God, where did I say the other one was? Lemon? Yeah, lemon. Was it? Google, show me your menu.
What are we looking up?
Edibles. Oils. Oh, it's chili, garlic, lemon, and rosemary.
Hey. Bottle.
Wait, for what specifically?
Reefer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for like cooking oil.
What would you cook? I mean, you would just cook whatever you would normally cook with.
Anything that needs oil.
Oh my god.
Tell
Saute
me
your
it.
weed in
I'm gonna
CBD
make
CBC
eggs
cooking oil.
with cannabis. We're making cannabis eggs.
Yeah, I can't say that they'll taste good, but you can definitely make them.
Interesting.
I think what I would probably use it for is, I don't know. Maybe like I said, the rosemary one on like a steak, maybe at the very end where you're like butter basting.
Yeah.
Throw the little drops in there and just ka-chow.
So
Because I have a sneaking suspicion that that's
they
probably not
recommend
meant to be a high
making it
temp
into
oil.
a vinaigrette or a mustard.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm recommended here as well. Like almost like a balsamic vinaigrette. But yeah, that interesting. That's actually pretty interesting.
It's 1,000 milligrams per tin, which honestly is kind of a steal because their price is only $25. But that's Texas.
Yeah.
And they've recently gotten worse.
Have they? I haven't really keeping
As
up
of
with
January, the reefer tax increased, I think, by 7%.
It's a
Or
lot.
something. I mean, it was already taxed like 20. Well, no, it wasn't like a hard 7.
Mhm.
It was up to 7 per county. It's supposed to be set on a county level, I guess. I don't think this county is too strict, but I have 3 shops in 3 different counties. One is very expensive, one is sort of expensive, and one is very cheap.
Can I assume the
And
one that's cheap
And there's
is
the
in,
4th one.
Can I assume the one that's cheap is the one that I'm assuming would be notorious for it being cheap?
Which one? Remedy?
Closer to here, so closer to where we're at, rather than
Green Chamber?
is it Green Chamber?
I think Green Chamber is closest to one.
The one off the 60.
There's a couple. There's the Green Chamber and there's the Remedy Room off of the 60. Or sorry, not the Remedy Room.
60 and
Empire
is it 60 and what the fuck is that?
Mission.
Is it Mission? I was gonna say
Yeah.
right in front of the Ace. The Ace Hardware.
That's the Green Chamber. Yeah. I don't like that shop personally.
Really? I always every time I go to your house, I remember that I'm going the right direction when I go that way.
Yeah, it's en route.
Yeah.
I don't love that shop. There's a shop that's pretty close to me. It's Culture. I like that one. Unfortunately, that is the most expensive one. I'm assuming because of its county. I think it's Corona? Question mark? Uncertain.
It'd be Riverside.
But I don't know exactly. But point is, that's the most expensive one, and there's another one that's just like 3 miles down the road in the east direction.
East?
That one
I thought you
is
said West.
no east. That one is a bit cheaper, but their variety is not that great. And then there's the one north of there. That's the cheapest one. They get all of their shit from like 3 sources. That's why it's so cheap. I'm pretty sure it's one of those funny moments. Definitely not monopolizing places where they definitely don't own the farm where it's produced.
I was about to say, I was like, we should like just start growing some.
I mean, it's easier now. They've started selling different licenses, so now you can get a medium or large seller's license instead of just the small one, which is for 100 plants.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see a future in reefer if the taxes continue increasing, though.
No, was it no
In the industry, I mean,
we
we
start investing in shrooms now.
Oh, I guess like go over to Oakland and just be like, hey, I like your funny little church you got going. How much to I guess set up a starter fund for when it's fully legalized.
Yeah.
You'd probably just join their church and just be like, yeah, we'll start lobbying, and once they actually legalize it, we'll open a sect down here, and they'll probably be okay with it if we pay them a certain amount of money.
It'll probably be within the next like decade or so. I could see that.
It depends on how well Oakland goes.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
So if Oakland doesn't go the way of Seattle,
how do you foresee it going?
sorry, not Seattle, Portland. Portland's the one that's really bad.
I'll say Oregon right now. Yeah.
Yeah, Portland. I mean, like, if you can like continue walking down the street and there's not feces, and I don't even want to say homeless encampments because there's homeless encampments basically everywhere except Irvine now.
Yeah, but
on account of how they deal with them.
Yeah, I was about to say they have a certain way of how they deal with that though.
Yeah. Man, I love secret police. No, I don't.
I don't. The secret police. They're not secret when everybody knows that they're there.
But no one talks about it. Like, no one openly talks about it. You go to Riverside, no one's gonna be like, "Oh, did you see the van come around and pick up old Jeremy the other day?"
Like, you know what?
Oh yeah, who reported him? I did. Oh shit!
I can't even say that because we would do that. When I used to work at Jack, we had a problem where the homeless people would.
That's different. That's different. That's a restaurant. They just like loitering. No, and it's Jack in the Box. Y'all like don't close, right?
Well, we actually ended up start closing because of that. So and then they would hang out at in trash or the dumpsters were.
Yeah.
And well, like the girls would not want to go up take out the trash at night because of that, and the cops were called multiple times, and it was like one of those things like it was a constant like getting rid of the homeless people. And like, who did it? And like, oh yeah, I got rid of him. Like, oh okay, cool, yeah. Cause like I don't know if you've ever seen it going past the on up the 215, on the right side of University Parkway. There used to be people that would camp right outside of that right on that exit. There was like 9 or 10 like tents for a good 6 to 8 months, and then they occasionally pop up every so often there. They're just there. They just live there.
Homeless encampments be going hard sometimes, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do they?
Yeah. Ooh. You should have gone to SAC, man. You'd have been impressed. There was some like actual buildings set up.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, like homeless infrastructure.
I was gonna say, at what point do they start banding together and start building a shelter together?
They already have. Well, I don't know about together. There's only so much, I guess, trust you can put into another homeless man. After all,
at what point? At what point does do the homeless become a second society? At what point do they become society?
Well, they're already like a nomadic culture.
Like, I know, yeah. But at what point? Like, my point is, like, at what point do they like start having like a class system?
They already have a class system.
Elaborate.
If you have a drug problem, no one wants to deal with your shit.
Okay, I guess.
And most of them have a drug problem.
Oh god.
A lot of them don't though. If they're
problem.
Yeah, if they have a mental problem, they usually have like 1 or 2 other homeless people who will care for them. That's probably an alcoholic.
I was about to say, this sounds exactly like how it was for like the Vikings and the stuff where they were like there was a set of them that were like sedentary, and then there was the guys that would go raiding. Like, that's what you need the crackheads for. You need them to go and like.
I guess yeah, the crackheads are like the berserkers, yeah.
Yeah, you send them out, go get the supplies, come back, and then the other ones will feed you and take care of you.
Feed?
You know.
You think you need to feed a crackhead?
I don't think you need to feed him, but like whatever the equivalent.
You must be new to this.
Whatever the equivalent for them would be. Whatever the equivalent would, because I'm comparing them to Vikings. What would be the comparison for a crackhead? Give him more crack.
Give him more crack, yeah.
I guess that's
even
fair.
more crack.
What do you mean?
And then have the other bums
Jeez.
raid each other's settlements for stuff.
Yeah, dude.
That already happens. No, that actually already happens.
Jarl bum, the Jarl crackhead.
It's not even crackhead specific. It's just bum to bum like violence.
Oh, how much?
It's not even like crackhead specific.
How much would it take? How could how would we monetize it? We would do like almost like an HBO special where we have two.
Monetize it.
we-
Literally,
no.
just record it and don't tell anyone
I
because
was-
it's gonna happen anyways.
We
Or I
make-
guess you can get their permission, but then at that point it's like bum fights, and you're gonna get in a whole other
no,
problem.
my brain went. Let's do a documentary on like oh, this is the
Do a Vice article.
yeah, do basically like a Vice article about like, oh, this is like the tragedy of human society, and we have like one faction on one side of the town and the other faction on the other side of the town, and then like we can't like, oh my god, like we were
Oh my
filming one
god,
day,
we're gonna.
and it happened to be that
bum tribes.
it was like the tribes met in like
The
melee
bum
combat.
rumble. It's gonna be like the
Bum rumble.
Outsiders.
Yeah, think that. That's what
I'm
my
getting
brain went.
ideas for writing shit now. God damn it!
Dude, no, I am now
A
writing a
super
story.
sophisticated normal world, and then below there's just bum hierarchy,
Oh, dude, no,
and
that's
bum
I'm
clans.
100% gonna have to write this. This is gonna be great. Bum wars.
Bum wars.
Bum wars.
Instead of bum fights, bum wars.
You know
the
what's
sequel.
funny? I'm positive,
RTS.
absolutely positive, that we could record an actual, like, at least, we could consider it an experimental film with crackheads and like $500.
What's what I'm saying? We could like if we would
This
get.
already
do this-
happened. It's
we could do
called
this-
bum fights. It happened in the 90s in California.
I'll say we could.
We're
do
not
all
gonna
of-
call it bum fights. We're not gonna call it bun fights. We're gonna actually pay them.
So here's my
They're gonna
thing.
be paid
They
actors.
paid them.
We
They
could do
paid
this-
them with
No,
Kraken
the-
money to beat the shit out of each
No.
other and do crackhead shit.
They're not gonna beat the shit out of each other. They're gonna be acting.
I like where this is going.
That's
These are
just-
professional.
the professionals.
a professional bums.
These are professionals. They are fighting in a safe environment.
It couldn't go where this is a controlled environment.
Everything. Yeah, these are trained professionals. Everything is
It's not even that expensive to
by
get
the
a
books
permit.
and safe.
It's not even that expensive to get a filming permit.
Permit.
Yeah, if we're gonna do this all on board, we can get
One
away
of
with
them
it.
made a book
We
called
really
A
could
Bum
get away with
Deal
it,
where he
possibly.
writes about that shit.
Legitimately, we could do like get like, oh, we're gonna do like some filming, right? Just have the license, do it, and then we do the whole war thing, and like we just followed these guys for a year, and this is what happened in 1 year of us following it. But what realistically it was is that we orchestrated the whole thing.
You're just feeding
Oh my God.
them notes along the
We
way.
fake-
It was like, bro, I
So we
need you,
fake
I need
being
you to
bums,
convince.
and then we evolve the bum tribes into like
We
actual
fake
like
Yeah, into
being
nomadic
bums.
tribes
No,
in the
we-
fuck nowhere.
Think. I don't know. If,
And then we rig them in our. Oh my god,
yes,
we're
100%.
becoming the FBI to bums.
Wait, what?
We basically have them like
Federal
several
bum
houses,
investigation.
different clans just end up like just conspire against each other. Eventually, we would solve the homeless problem.
Planet of the Apes. No, it's City of Tribal Bums.
Tell me, bro, from that no. If we look, we would have to talk to some
Bum
like
alone,
Black Ops
weak,
site and
But
do
linked
this,
together.
but we could
strong.
this could totally be done and handle the homeless problem that we have.
And once they're weak, and once they're all done beating the shit out of each other, kill them
They just no, we don't kill
or
them.
have
They
them
mis-
integrate.
they get mysteriously displaced. They were here and now they got displaced.
Oh my god,
We're gonna be
We're re-
like
we're-
we're gonna be
We're
like
really-
we're gonna be like
we're
Iceland.
really-
We'll have no murders, but we're just gonna have a lot of disappearances on our
Yup,
land.
I was about
It's
to say.
crazy how that happens.
Easy, dude.
we're
no murders,
reenacting
though.
what the
It's
Christians did
awesome.
back in the
It's one of the
medieval
safest countries.
convert or die.
Yo, isn't that
Or
just
join
the
us
ancient
or
Romans
die.
did the Colosseum? Yo, yeah. Ideally that, but our Colosseum isn't in
yeah.
a stage. Our Colosseum is like a town.
We'll contract retired MMA fighters
Why is
to
my
start
cat home?
training them.
Start training them. It's like,
Yeah,
dude,
start training the homeless people, and we'll set up a pentagon
dude.
instead of an octagon or like a ring or anything. We'll set up a pentagon.
Oh my god, no.
I hate
New
no
idea.
ring.
New idea. The UFC, but
church
it's the
don't practice
BFC, a bum fighting club.
Like a bum fighting club.
Fight club with bums.
But it's like they train for 6 to 8 months, and we have to do it this way. If not, we're gonna get in trouble. We have to document
This
this.
is
Oh,
like-
this is their training to get to like quote
We
unquote.
took 18 homeless folks
We took,
and trained them for 8 months in order to become one of the most elite fighting machines on the streets. And now we are touting them against one another.
Dude.
Tune in this Sunday.
Dude, 100%. I think Fox would even let us do it too. On the
$13.99
Oh.
Literally just modern day
Live event.
gladiatorial arenas.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
But yeah, don't listen
yeah,
on
no,
this, please.
100%.
Instead
Or
of
do.
prisoners of war, it's bums.
look.
Or do. It's not a prison.
Look, it solves two problems. It solves the entertainment problem, and we solve the homeless problem. It's a win-win all around the board.
Yeah, man, you gotta build the Colosseums to entertain the people, lest they become, dangerous.
Yeah, we keep
So
them
we'll build the
entertained.
Colosseum, we'll entertain them with our bum fights that aren't bum fights because they're training, and you get to stay in power. How's that?
We're going to
The
jail for
masses
just
entertained
saying
with
this.
Does that work for
with
you?
the
I'll take
mindless
15%
violence.
off the top.
I was like, we all better be getting a fucking cut.
We're getting at least 10 years just for saying this shit.
Years.
10 years to
10
life.
I'll do 10 years in a psych ward.
No, I think you do the rest of your
That
life
could
in a
be
psych
fun.
ward.
You know what? I'm down with that if that's the sacrifice I gotta make. And then, like, in a few years, once they forget about me, I'll be like, hey, I think I'm good now, by the way.
See, the biggest thing is, again, we could do this legally. There's a way to do it properly. There's a way to go about it. It just would be like the
Yeah, but
worst
then
thing.
we have to recruit homeless people, and that's hard. Well,
Really?
actually, no, it's not. Not for me.
I'll say, bro, I'm gonna let you loose out in
It's
the
like
lake
my
for
gift.
24 hours. I will let you loose and start pitching this idea. And I expect 200 of them at the door when we get back.
Just like, hey, bud, you looking for a change of scenery?
Oh, dude, oh god.
How
Not
does
for I would never say to be
Utah
for the better,
sound?
but still a change of scenery.
I got this farm up north.
No, see now we're leaning into Waco territory. Let's not get that far. Hold up, this might go bad.
I got this warehouse down south.
I was about to say no. It's our studio lot. It's a studio lot. We promise. We're not gonna sacrifice you to our dark god. I promise.
You see, I'm setting
No.
up this program. It's a documentary. It's a
Rape
docu-series.
is full of bums.
Dude, the docuseries would be great. We just dictate. We just don't like the fights and like the repercussions of the clans. Of
You know
what
what's
happened
funny?
because of
I'm
them.
pretty sure if we actually like wrote a synopsis or something, we might like at least get entertained by Vice.
That's what I'm saying.
They might not pick it up, but they'll at least entertain it.
Well, you know who else did that? HBO used to do that back in the day. I remember seeing a bunch of old documentaries like that.
You mean like Girls Gone Wild?
No. Like where they would like talk to a lot of like druggies, and it would I think it was in like Chicago. I think it was, and this guy spent like 6 weeks kind of just talking to people and like following these 3 or 4 guys like in and out of what are they called? In between houses.
Halfway houses?
Yeah, halfway houses, and like he would just follow them and just like see what their lives were like and stuff like that. Like I knew HBO did that back in the day, but I don't know if they do it now.
I mean, Vice still does it, but I don't think anyone respects Vice anymore.
Yeah,
Like, people still watch their shit, but I don't think anyone actually respects their
are we
stuff.
doing this for respect?
know
Or are we doing this for
Snapchat
the
really-
money?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I guess.
I'm doing it for the government contract because it grants me some sort of immunity, I'm sure.
Fair. I think once the government realizes that we've cut the population of the homeless in half within 18 months. I
In
think they'll-
half. We're not killing them. We're just training
Are
them
you
to...
telling me
fuck,
that
hang
these
on.
fucking homeless guys are not going to kill each
No.
other in that ring?
This isn't gonna fly. Well, do we have to... That means we have to vet our homeless people. Like, psychologically, I mean. Oh
Not
my god,
necessarily.
wait.
Not necessarily.
Wait.
If we're doing it the documentary,
this
not
is-
really. 'Cause we just
this
document
will
their
act-
life.
Actually, no, it doesn't even fucking matter. We're so good. Because allowing juicing,
I think we have to.
UFC doesn't do that, or Wink doesn't do that.
Fair.
And we would be allowing that. We would
See, the
effectively
biggest thing
be
is
encouraging it, actually.
the biggest thing is as long as we don't say that it's an actual sport and we say that it's entertainment, we can get away with it.
If we call
That's
it a sport, we get actual like
we get actual
sporting
like yeah, we have
agencies
problems.
involved, yeah.
That's
my
exactly
God.
how the WWE got away with
Crack baby
the steroids
basketball
trial.
part 2.
That's exactly how they got away with it. It's because basically they were like, well, these are all
They're
fixed
actors.
fights.
They're all paid
They're
actors.
basically just paid actors that are very athletic. So
That's exactly the angle I'm going for.
yeah, I mean
for this,
that's exactly what they would be.
docu-series.
That's what they would be. They're like, well, they're actors. We're filming them. We have we're doing this way. It just so happens to be that there's this other thing unrelated in the story.
They're paid actors. We're doing a biopic on 18 homeless UFC fighters. Sorry, I meant mixed martial artists. UFC is a specific,
The brand.
Mhm.
yeah.
Hmm.
What is the C stand for? I know it's Ultimate
Oh.
Fighter.
Probably championship, right? My money's on championship.
Ultimate Fighting Championship.
He's Danish.
Danishes. Whose government approval do you want? The homeless or the United States? The United States, 100%. 100%.
Homeless government approval.
Because at the end of the day, if it all pans out and we have a pardon, I think we walk away.
I want the approval of the Rhodesian government. Oh wait,
I think you already do. I think you already have that.
Rhodesians never die.
They're only missing in action.
Jesus. All right. Well, we're winding down. We got 5 minutes, boys. Any last comments? Any last things y'all want to bring up? Anything you guys want to promote? Anything you guys got to say?
Here's the 27 years of doing jack shit.
Yeah.
Well, there was that one thing I was going to talk about, but yeah, we ran out of time. Shit.
What were you gonna say? You have 5 minutes. Go.
It's that whole fucking spiel thing I brought up a few days ago about a writing project. It's going to take a long while.
I also want the record to show. I don't think anyone did it.
Well, you didn't elaborate shit.
Yeah.
I kind of did. I said, hey, what are your like 2 favorite features in games, or like a feature from like
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
like a feature from like 2 games that you like, or just 2 features you like from or like other games.
Are you
like
like just
example.
unique features?
Define a feature. Like a
I'll give
gameplay
you
mechanic?
I'll give you 2 perfect examples. One is my all-time favorite child game, Ratchet and Clank. The feature of that game is the guns evolve with you while you play the game. You level them up, they grow and adapt.
Okay, I see what you mean.
My second one is Shadow of War / Mordor, where the enemies adapt and evolve.
Yeah,
alongside you,
that was the
kind
one
of.
I was gonna bring up. That was a really good mechanic that kind of
Yeah, the
impacts
Nemesis system.
The Nemesis system.
Which I'm upset that fucking Warner Brothers copyrighted that shit, so now people either have to pay for it or it's exclusively to them.
Well, yeah, that way they can make stuff like that with them.
Yeah, they've done nothing with it since.
I don't have any specific mechanics in mind, but one of my favorite mechanics in games is like anything that involves like any sort of like advanced movement mechanics.
I was about to bring up the Minecraft.
Mainly harkening back to like Quake and stuff, like rocket jumping and bunny hopping, but games have kept that up throughout the years to where, think like Titanfall. Like Titanfall, I never played it, but Titanfall had a lot of good movement to it. It's kind of like there's like a subgenre of like like a first-person shooter called like a movement shooters, where your ability to move around a map.
Yeah, like overkill and stuff.
Yeah. So I always love it when a game has even a slightly advanced movement system to it. So
I think
it kind of like has like that high skill ceiling to it that I just really enjoy. I enjoy high skill ceiling games.
I also think one of the things that I like about it is particularly in the Assassin's Creed games, that the world is actually alive. Like if you were to sit in like one of the the one of the games just sit there and perched, and the game would just have it run. You know, like the day and night cycles, right? And it would just like the NPCs would just be doing things. You get me? So it just makes the game less like it's like just a game. I guess like there's like it's like an actual world that you're a part of, not just missions that you're doing. I guess.
Man, you should play Red Dead.
Yeah, that's
When
the other
you
thing.
bring
Red
meat
Dead.
to the butcher shop, to the butcher at camp, he cuts up the meat. You bring him. You'd love it.
You know, I've been really trying. I've been wanting to get into Red Dead. I just haven't had money to buy the game.
The railroad is built throughout the game.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that that is really cool. The other one that
Bridge go boom.
the one that I recently ended up liking. It's bigger in like a lot for the it's a subgenre of I guess I don't know what to call them because they're not FPS, but it's like For Honor and like Chivalry. I don't know what to call those games.
Like third person.
It's not third
something or
person.
other,
It's first
yeah.
person. You're in your first person sword and shield, or stuff like that. The mechanic where you can like actually parry an attack is so nice, rather than just
Gotcha.
blocking.
So like Chivalry, For Honor, stuff like that.
Yeah, those are the exact ones.
Where it's a first person melee focused game.
Yeah, I don't know what the short term would be called for that.
I don't know.
But the fact of being in there and being able to parry, like if you were actually in a sword fight, just top. I just love that ability to have that option.
Boxing game. A boxing game recently came out. I just remembered.
Oh yeah,
We
shit!
should
I'm gonna have to buy.
Try it
Knockout
and beat the
City?
shit out of each other.
I'm gonna have to buy 2K 2023 for my videos because that comes out.
So
end of month.
vague. Which one? NBA,
No,
NFL,
no, wrestling.
NHL. Oh,
WWE 2K23. Maybe somebody will help me do some stuff. We'll talk about that afterwards. But it is midnight, boys. Any last words?
eat the soap.
Drink.
Another little bit on my thing is that take those two things and then write a world around it, whether it's game, book, whatever, setting like medieval, modern, fantasy, cyberpunk, whatever, and just like write around it. Because and even for the people watching, do that shit. Because like look at what recently has become of like Lord of the Rings, The Witcher, all this god awful writing. Even if it's bad and no one hears
Wise,
of it, then
wise.
you've done something.
We're already ahead of you on that.
So what's the prompt?
Take your two favorite features of games either you like or just features you really like and merge them into some kind of world, because I've already been getting like making notes for myself to kind of write.
Interesting.
And if you guys don't want to, that's perfectly all right. If someone wants to or wants an incentive to, go for it.
I'll send you a copy of what I have. I've been actually working on something like that for a cool minute.
This is for us and the people watching.
I wanted
Just,
to
like,
bring it up to Ken, but
right.
Kenny kind of just blew me off the other day. I tried to talk to him about it, but I think I told you about that, Ranger. I wanted to talk to him about something like that. But yeah, no. Well,
Or if
I
wants
don't
to
know if
make a
we're gonna
video
do
game,
a game tonight unless I can't host. I have Dinah being an absolute troglodyte behind me, so we'll talk right now. But
Yeah.
good night, everybody. Good night for the podcast.
Good night.
We'll see
Good
you
night.
hopefully soon. Let you know.
Yeah.
Bye. Let me end.